It's entertainment time here at the Hangout.
I'm just trying to bring a little culture to the group.
It could totally use a friendly hangout. So,
Yep, back in the day, baby.
It's the culture, Daryl.
good hangout.
Whatever.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Hangout Culture podcast.
Hello.
We're very happy to have you with us. I'm James. To my left is
David. We're
and
back.
To my 3 or 4 o'clock, we have
Tom.
or Floor Tom, if you will.
As you can tell, this is a very choreographed intro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I practiced most of the day on that.
Oh, man.
Anyway, we're happy you're hanging out with us. Welcome back. This is a rather late night for us. We're kind of turning things around from the Thanksgiving episode, kind of doing a back-to-back, so this is the same night.
Yeah.
And we're trying to keep it fresh for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Full transparency, we're shooting 2 episodes in one night, but that's
might-
only because
yeah.
we're going to be spending time with family members
We'll
during
be busy.
Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving.
I'm going out of town for the weekend. Tom has a full family and a bunch of obligations. So to make sure that we give you guys a new episode every single week, we were like,
Every
let's
single
just shoot 2 episodes in one night. So
Let's go.
here we are.
Let's burn the midnight oil, which is a saying that we're going to get to. We're going to get to the
Yeah,
common sayings
absolutely.
and where they come from. But this drink might look familiar. This was Tom's drink from Thanksgiving, and we're still drinking it.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
What's even better about that is that we're very soon going to be cracking open some extra beverages.
Christmas ale.
So like James said, we shot 2 episodes in one, or we're shooting 2 episodes in one night. So we don't really have like the normal update for you guys for the week.
Right. Sorry.
We'll be giving you our Thanksgiving updates a week
You know what?
late.
What we could
unfortunately.
do, I just thought of this, instead of doing an update, we could do what we're thankful for, because we didn't do that last episode.
That's true.
Sorry to put you guys on the spot. I mean,
That's true.
I could start. I guess mine's going to be pretty.
Yeah, go for
general.
it
Yeah.
though. Yeah, go for it. I like this idea though. I like it. What are you thankful for?
Instead of an update, we'll do what we're thankful for.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all my things are so obvious because I'm a basic. Sorry, this is the second episode of the night, so we're already warmed up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really, really thankful for my family. You know, you included.
Yeah.
My friends, Tom, my good friends. I've had the same like core group of friends since like my first memories. One of them was my best friend Josh, who was my neighbor growing up. And then I've had Adam, who is another friend that goes way back to grade school, and we've been friends for the whole ride. And
Yeah.
I've met people along the way a lot through paintball, which we might talk about later. And just like I have a really great group of friends I'm super thankful for. You know, my parents are still together. They're still healthy and everything. And I'm just super thankful for that. I try to at least take like 3 or 4 minutes every single day, not just Thanksgiving, just to like when I wake up, like, you know, when you're kind of stretching and blah, 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 just like be thankful for everything. I can see, I can feel like everything is here and together. And you can, if you have like a pros and cons list, I would hope that everyone can like fill up that pros list more than the cons. Just like all the little things we take for granted every day, you know, you can really fill that column up. So I try to do that every single morning and just be thankful, not just Thanksgiving. But yeah, my family and friends, and just the fact, and like my fiance, my dogs, and the fact that like this word is like taboo in the United States, right? The word content. Right.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah.
content, because people are like, "Oh, you're content. Like, are you lazy? You just want to stay there?"
Right.
Blah, blah,
It
blah.
has a bad connotation.
It has a bad connotation, but like, dude, I really do feel content. And I think that's a good thing to feel. You know what I mean? Like, in
Yeah.
the present
Well, I
moment.
think that it's coupled with gratitude. Just like you were saying, being thankful for your everyday things. It is so easy to fall into the trap of always wanting more.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially in today's society. So really that's a great practice that I think more people should take on, is just spending a couple minutes every single day being like, I'm just thankful for, you know, X, Y, and Z, the basic
At least have it be
things.
a thought from for a day.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
most of your days. So anyway,
Absolutely.
that's what I'm thankful for. Pretty basic, but I try to put a little bit more thought into it. But yeah,
Yeah.
just the basic stuff, really.
What about you, Tom? What are you thankful for?
Well, I wish he would have went last. He set the bar pretty high.
Did I?
I don't know if I could follow that.
It was like a Oscar speech or something.
Really?
I think he had
Might be a little bit more tipsy than I thought.
He had a novella written and just surprised us with this topic, and he had studied and we didn't.
This wasn't on the whiteboard, James.
But no,
I gotta thank my speechwriter.
love it.
I have that Trump energy today.
Yeah. Just a couple drinks, and next thing you know, the Trump comes out.
I haven't even drank the Christmas ale.
Quiet, Piggy.
Pam Bondi says it's the greatest Great Lakes has ever produced. Anyway, I'm sure like everyone's already tuned out. So for the two of you still listening, Tom, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my family, for my friends, and for new opportunities.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, he says.
Indeed.
Oh man, what am I thankful for? I don't know. I'm not gonna be as like a surface level, I suppose. I'm really thankful for everything. Mainly career wise, all my opportunities that have come over the years, despite different battles that I've faced in the past. It's really hard for me to think of the topic of being thankful without immediately being just like thankful for life in general. I guess maybe we can share with the listeners my experience really quick and kind of dive into that just a smidge. In 2018, I was a roofer and unfortunately had fallen off of a 2.5-story roof onto a cement driveway. I sustained like multiple injuries, including breaking 6 of my vertebrae, fracturing my skull, as well as 2 compound fractures in my wrists that had to be like surgically repaired and like bolted and screwed together. I had to have 2 of my vertebrae fused in my neck. And when my skull broke, it did this super awesome thing where it severed my cochlear nerve to my right ear, leaving me permanently deaf in my right ear. So like I could definitely just like spend the podcast like this and it'd be no different. But when I arrived at the hospital and like my parents got there, they were told that I was given 2% chance to live. So for anyone out there that's been given like that kind of small of a margin for living, it's hard to go through this season and not like immediately just be thankful for that. So that's like my like tidbit on like that story, but not to get too deep for our fans. This is still like a lighthearted episode. It's just that's kind of what I'm thankful for is just everything that's led up.
That happened right before Christmas, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
right before.
Well,
that,
no, it was actually right
before
after Christmas. So
Oh, was it after Christmas?
I was
Really?
working on the roof December 27th. 2 days after Christmas is when I ended up falling. And then I was unconscious for 2 weeks. So, and my memory is like foggy for the following month or two. Like I was in ICU, and then had to go to rehab, and like I was off of work for a long period of time, just rehabbing. Luckily, like outside of my hearing, I'm okay.
Yeah,
like,
you look pretty rough. You
yeah,
know?
I have, back pain, and I don't know, I like, in my mind, I attribute that to just like roofing for the time period, because there's no part of being bent over and roofing that is good for your back,
Right.
especially when you're doing it 10, 12 hours a day in the middle of the summer. But I really am just thankful for like how everything has played out. I met my wife 2 weeks prior to me falling. Was told that I wouldn't remember anything up to 6 months prior to my accident. I remember getting lunch the day of the accident. So just how everything is aligned to where like I still remembered my now wife, and I was not paralyzed. There's so many things that could have happened that didn't, that it's so I'm just thankful for that. So like I guess it was bound to come up, so I'm happy it came up in this way we can
Post Thanksgiving.
Yeah, post Thanksgiving. And that can be that. Maybe I can reference to it more freely in the future, but the whole point is to not have it affect my day-to-day life, and there's no reason why it should affect me podcasting. So
yeah, it's very very thankful thing to be like coming out of that as like healthy and everything as you are. I didn't know about the 2% chance of living until like you were well, through it. I was never told that. I always try to be an optimist. So everything you're going through, I was like, oh, he's strong, he'll make it through. But I never knew like that stat, or I probably would have driven myself crazy.
Yeah, I actually got it tattooed here on my arm, the 2%. Just as a reminder, and that's how a lot of my tattoos are. They're just reminders of specific events or different things. Every tattoo that I have has a meaning to it. So that one is definitely important to me, and that it's in a location that I see frequently. Just reminding myself, every single opportunity that I get is even more so like great, I guess. So yeah, that's something I'm super thankful for. And to somewhat transition off of that, one of the things that I'm very grateful for is the ability to continue enjoying great beer from different breweries around America. And this week I wanted to bring and share I'll just plain out say it is my favorite Christmas ale. Every single year it is the exact same. I don't know what recipe they have. They don't change it. It's delicious. And I wanted, being like the festive spirit, Christmas ales go right in line with Thanksgiving. I wanted to bring my favorite one. So it's from Breckenridge Brewery, located in Colorado. I went on a trip. I'll start to pass these out.
So you think this is better than Great Lakes?
I do.
Famous Christmas ale?
I do. I will actually.
Here you go, Tom.
Beautiful.
Oh, you already have one?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We'll leave this one as like a solo.
Are you still with us, Tom?
I'm here.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to change topics without you maybe weighing in. Is there anything you wanted to say prior to drinking some more beer?
Well, no, that's kind of when I started to come along, was when you were in the hospital. That's when I kind of met and started working with James. And
really, it was around that time?
Yeah.
Called you up from the minor leagues?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
That's very true. I'm trying to think back because, over Inman's history, the 2 years that really stand out as the busiest years, and probably the most time that I spent with Tom was 2020 and 2021. 2019, we were still really building things and getting to the point where we were booking, more than 20 weddings a year and needing Tom. So 2019 may have been close because I fell in 2018, but that was 4 days before 2019. So you might as well consider it the 2019 season if we had been introduced then right after that.
So I remember Mike was our old assistant.
Yeah.
Shouts out Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Mike. Gosh, what a great guy.
No, super good guy. He lived right next to a jail. I remember I went and saw his house. I was like, dude, there's barbed wire right next to your driveway. He's like, yeah, this is a jail. I was like, so that you're okay? You share a property line with a jail.
Yeah.
Very close to you. I was like, dude, okay.
That's funny.
Anyway, I don't know what brought up that. Anyway.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, I haven't tried this yet. So
I want you to try it. It is my number one.
Cheers,
I want to see what your guys' opinion is.
Oh, we're in the deep end. We're in the deep end of this podcast. David has dragged us into the deep end.
Well, another thing that I liked about it. It's a 7.1.
Maggie.
7.1 ABV, and yes,
a little darker, a little heavier.
Yeah, to give a little insight, I definitely enjoy beers. My personal preference is on the darker side. My favorite beer style is an imperial stout. I like them dark and heavy, and so this Christmas ale specifically leans a little bit more towards that.
Malty full-bodied winter warmer.
Yes. So the full body is definitely referring to the mouthfeel. So whenever I take a drink of a beer, I prefer it to a more full bodied rather than like a lighter, crisper, like think of a Bud Light compared to that. It's more full bodied. So that's what I prefer.
Yeah.
That's why it ranks number 1 on my list.
Yeah.
And they have it every year.
What do you think, Tom?
Yeah. What's Tom's opinion of this?
Tom probably barely took a sip. Tom is fading.
No, I saw him take a sip. It looked like a decent one.
It's
I
past
can't
Tom's
not
bedtime.
laugh when people say mouthfeel.
Yeah. Well, David's is a texture eater. He's a texture eater.
No, these are
is this your first
actual
sip, Tom?
terms.
No, that's like my third.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, it's
He likes
it's-
brewed beers, so I get that.
Yeah.
Like this one's more of a
Yeah, you like the
darker
darker
flavor, yeah.
imperial stout. I'm on like the opposite end of the spectrum. So, thanks for the beer.
give it out of 10.
hell yeah.
Oh well.
For a Christmas ale, like for a Christmas.
Yeah, in that category of
Christmas
Christmas
ale
ales.
tier list.
See, I don't really
S
drink
being A++.
Christmas ales.
Yeah.
I might have had a Great Lakes once or twice, but I mean it's fine.
All right.
Okay, we'll
I
take
don't know.
fine out of 10.
Yeah,
I ditto that.
I'm
be
no
the fun text.
connoisseur. I don't know.
Sure. Well, something that I think we're going to be starting to do is like one of us is going to bring a beverage of some sort every single week and
been
share
happening
with
every
the rest
single
of
week.
us. Yeah, it kind of like happened organically.
Naturally,
We're like,
yeah.
well, let's just make this a thing. Let's
Yeah.
just go in a rotation. This is mine this week, and I'm excited to share because, Northeast Ohio has a really, really big craft beer scene.
Yeah.
They're actually known nationwide as having one of the best craft beer scenes. So sharing stuff from local breweries, I know this one's from Colorado, but even just in Akron, there's 3 or 4 breweries I can think of off the top of my head within 10, 15 miles of my house that I would love to share with you guys, get your opinions, some crazy stuff, some holiday themed stuff. Like I'm really looking forward to the towards Christmas episodes with a couple different beers
Well,
that I can bring. So.
I already got you guys your Christmas beers already. It was a choose your own 6-pack.
Okay.
And I got 3 that like called out to each one of you. So, and myself, I guess.
Oh, nice.
I got one for
Nice.
myself. So,
Well, we
Yeah,
should
that'll
be
be fun.
doing. We'll most likely end up doing like another double episode for Christmas. So maybe we can part those 2 together and have a jolly old time.
for sure. we're gonna have a banging Christmas episode. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah,
I'm a
I'm
Christmas
excited.
fanatic.
Very very excited.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got some more topics for you guys. We have a pretty good list here. What do you? I'm just gonna throw that. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do the?
I'm thinking we can. So things. I want to bring things up a little bit, right? Like let's bring some laughter into things. So. Also coming off of the Thanksgiving episode, talking about nostalgia, and one of the things that came to mind was like key moments that just really stick out to me in my past, and a good handful of them are related to different stand-up comedy shows that I had seen in the past. And so I thought it might be a fun topic to talk about our favorite comedians. I don't know if we want to do like a top 2, top 3, or if we just want to talk about some of our favorite different moments experiencing. But stand-up comedians have this similar thing that sports might have for some people, where a certain joke will just put you back in a very, very specific place, and you can remember exactly where you were when you heard that joke. For me, I remember growing up, I was maybe 13 or 14 years old, and Comedy Central was doing like stand-ups frequently. It was like every single night they had multiple stand-up shows, and this was when Larry the Cable Guy was popular. And I remember he did a joke about his it was either his mom or his grandma, and she had the walking farts. And I don't remember like the entirety of the joke, and it's silly, but I remember it had me laughing uncontrollably. And it's like my first experience of like not being able to stop laughing at something that I saw on a television. It was like, this is like I had never experienced stand-up comedy before. So like this was something that got me so good that I was like, oh wow, I might like stand-up comedy. This might be like something I really enjoy.
They're the Cable Guys a throwback. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
In a long time. He was on Comedy Central all the time.
Yeah. Him, Jeff Foxworthy. Oh, what's the guy, long gray hair? He's on Rogan all the time in August. Ron White.
Ron White, yeah.
Ron White, yeah. He was a
Like
part of that
John
crew. There was 4 of them though, right? Tom, do you remember the last one?
Bill Engvall.
Yes.
Here's your sign guy.
Coming in hot, Tom. Damn.
Yes, yes,
facts.
you're right. You're right. And like, what happened to Larry the Cable Guy? Like, what happened to? I know Ron White's still like present.
A legend
in the
and has
podcast.
great hair and everything. Yeah. He
And
was just
still
on
does
Kill
comic,
Tony.
but
Yeah.
like, I can't remember the last time I saw Larry the Cable Guy do anything.
I just know him more as Tomater now, honestly.
Sure. You know his voice from an animated movie. Yeah. No. So, what was your favorite, or who is your favorite comedian? Who did you grow up listening to? You have any memories
Honestly,
of like just being bent over laughing at a joke?
I've been really into comedy in the last 6 or 7 years. I wasn't exposed to any comedy or any stand-up at all until recently. And I went to, there's a place called the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls. I've been there a couple times prior to like getting, diving into comedy. And that is pretty much through like the conduit of like Kill Tony and that universe.
Okay.
And from there, I found like podcasts like Bad Friends with Bobby Lee. And Andrew Santino. And Bobby Lee is probably my favorite comedian. I actually saw Bad Friends when they came through Cleveland. Okay. And a lot of I don't know if like a lot of inspiration from this podcast and the look and kind of things that we do are like, harken back to like Bad Friends because I think it's just the funniest podcast. Like Bobby Lee is just a funny person. You know what I mean? He can be Bobby Lee and be hilarious.
We wanted this to be like something that I definitely believe in is like all the successful people have different routes and they pretty much lay out the playbook. So we'd be fools not to take things from our favorite podcasts and try to incorporate them into our own. Yeah. So they were definitely a driving inspirational force and
I just wanted it to be like a fun, lighthearted, entertaining podcast.
Yes.
That's funny, and we dive into some serious topics sometimes, but it's just like lighthearted and like a hangout, like just like the Bad Friends is, and
there's the overall point, like as times change throughout the year, even like your hangout is centered around different things. So like recently, there's been a lot of things that have been affecting us in the political realm. So like we've had to cover them, have to talk about them. I'm happy to say that like there's no plan on talking about anything political in the last episode or this episode.
Yeah, not this episode, but sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, but like as true to a hangout, there's nothing to really talk about right now that we feel is more important than Thanksgiving or
especially this deep in the night. I don't know when
that's the point. Yeah.
But so Bobby Lee is like my favorite. I just think he's just a funny person. My second favorite would probably be like Shane Gillis or something like that. I have a lot. Okay. Oh, what's his name? I can't think of his name.
The guy with the name. He's got hair, 2 eyes. Come
Duncan
on.
Trussell. Duncan Trussell. I
you
love Duncan Trussell. So he's like a tight second with Shane Gillis. But yeah, mostly like the Kill Tony universe I think is just hilarious. Me and my fiance went down to Texas back when they were still at the Vulcan. So before the comedy before the mothership.
Okay.
We got tickets and saw Kill Tony at the Vulcan when we were in Texas. And it's just a fun time. Like, they don't take themselves seriously. Like, I hope you get the impression that like we don't take ourselves seriously. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about comedians. It's like people that are self-deprecating, and I love being self-deprecating. It helps as a photographer, kind of like when you're shooting a couple for like an engagement photo or whatever. Like be open to that. Like, don't take yourself too seriously. And I love comedians that can say whatever they want because they don't really take themselves seriously, and that kind of gives cover for like just kind of being honest. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of comedians, especially like Bobby Lee, will say, "Wow, it's just funny and honest," and he is who he is and unapologetic, and that's kind of how I like my people.
Yeah. Did you put your name in the bucket?
I have a solid minute. I could do a minute. I don't know if I want to do on this because I would have to bleep things.
Sure. But did you put your name in the bucket in the case that you would be brought up at Kill Tony?
I did not. I did not have that minute.
What?
I have a minute now. I didn't have a minute.
Oh, but like the odds, right? What are the odds you get picked for the experience? You couldn't just put your name on there. You couldn't even come up with like one line and just take one for the team?
No, you do not want to take one for the team on Kill Tony. Come on. On Kill Tony, you do not want to take one.
You would have blown up this channel. You could have went up there, embarrassed yourself, and then just name dropped Inman Productions.
Well, what I want to do,
3,000 subscribers like that.
What I want to do eventually is I want to get the courage enough to do like what do they call it? An open mic, right?
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah,
just have someone like you or Tom record it, and just have me do like 2 or 3 minutes of this open mic, and just like show it here and see how it goes. But like, it's not really like.
It's a bucket list item for you.
It is a bucket list item. I'm just like wondering if it's too like. The joke is too racy or whatever, because it kind of
like the content you
that's
wouldn't
why it's
want.
so funny. Yeah.
Okay, I get what you mean.
But it's just a joke, you know what I mean? Like either people can take it or they get really offended by it.
Well, hopefully, at some point there will be enough like time where your personality is in the podcast to where after a year we can do that and that people will understand that it's a joke. Like you'll have, you know what I mean? Like our audience would understand that this isn't, whatever your jokes are might not be what you believe or like what
I would love to say it, but it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a little timid, because I'm not an actual comedian.
Sure.
But I try to be funny and lighthearted, like, bad friends, and maybe one day we'll get there. I'm a little shy.
What about you, Tom? Who are your favorite stand-up comedians?
So, man, my first stand-up comedian.
He's about to bring up a Wikipedia article.
No, he's not.
He's about to do a lecture.
Producer of the year 2025. I'm showing that.
I was Googling what Kill Tony is, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, so I've heard of it, but you guys were making comments that I didn't understand, so I didn't know if it was just because
All right, let's lay out the premise of Kill Tony.
Okay,
for Tom
Kill
really
Tony.
quick. And for our audience members that might not know what we're talking about, we should probably do that as well.
That's a good thing. Well, basically, it's like I'm using air quotes, like a podcast, but it's huge on YouTube.
It's a show.
You want to watch it on YouTube. Yeah. They have a live band that do like WWE intros to like everyone that comes on the stage. They have regulars throughout that
regular
that
stand-up comedy,
right?
Like
yeah,
stand-up comics
that come up. But the majority of the show is a bucket pool of anywhere from, it's usually 200 or 300 people that have their name inside of a bucket. And Tony Hinchcliffe, he's actually from Youngstown, Ohio, who's just blown up, multimillionaire, like amazing comedian, all this stuff. He'll reach his hand in the bucket and pull out one of those 200 or 300 names, and they will come up and do a minute of stand-up. And then after that, it's an interview. And this is all a podcast, right? So he asks, like, one of his favorite questions to go to is like, so how's your sex life? Like that. And they just have to be honest, and they have to go with it. They have to be a good interview.
Yeah,
right?
and if they're a good comedian, then they will make it funny.
Exactly.
Like Tony is really setting them up for a great setup for them to come up with something hilarious because of the craziness of what he's saying.
And a lot of people might make this connection. So the newest SNL cast member is Cam Patterson, and he started his career on Kill Tony. So that makes a direct connection from like Kill Tony straight to like the veins of the the zeitgeist, right?
Yeah. And okay, so I have like one slight bone to pick with him specifically though.
Cam Patterson?
Yeah, because he has been on.
Shouts out Cam Patterson.
Yeah, shouts out Cam Patterson. I've watched SNL this season, and since they added him, like he plays a role, but he's not as funny.
I haven't seen a single thing.
Okay,
I don't want to. I honestly don't want to, because I know what you're saying is gonna happen.
It's just he's not as funny. Like he fits into Kill Tony so perfectly, just being that raw personality.
You have to be raw.
Where
you have to be.
In the skit world, you have to play into a character, and I don't think that he is as good playing into a character as he is just like being raw and live.
It might take some practice because he's super
That's
fresh.
true.
I mean, we know he just came off Kill Tony.
Yeah, we're talking.
He has no acting experience
less
whatsoever.
Than a year. He's
super less than a year.
Well, I don't know how long he's been on the scene before Kill Tony, but like before making it to a household name, almost like less than a year.
Yeah. His come up was super fast. And Shane Gillis was also like in the Kill Tony atmosphere when he got on SNL, then immediately got kicked off.
Now, I'll say the same thing about Shane Gillis, though, because I love listening to him candidly on the Joe Rogan Experience, but I'm not a huge fan. Like,
I've watched Shane's super secret podcast.
I haven't listened to it.
Matt
myself,
McCusker is like another amazing comedian.
but I know that Shane Gillis wrote Tires, right? His television show, and I wasn't as drawn into that. And that's him putting all of his like efforts into writing a show, whereas I prefer him to be, 15 Bud Lights deep, candid on a podcast, talking bullshit. And like, that's where I think he's funny, similar to like Cam Patterson on Kill Tony, where I think he's at his funniest off the top of his head, responding, playing around with different comedians, whether there's different guests or Tony Hinchcliffe himself. So that I like the Kill Tony allows for that to happen.
Yeah, he honestly makes superstars.
And Shane Gillis playing Donald Trump in the one Kill Tony is the funniest Donald Trump impression I've ever seen.
We watched that when we were doing a documentary. Like one night we were doing a documentary. I remember you falling asleep on the couch with like chips on your stomach, and I only know that because I woke up and saw you asleep on the couch. Where were we?
That was Seattle.
Seattle.
That was Seattle. That was where we had
Shouts out Soiled documentary coming in 2026.
Yeah, that was where we had our best barbecue pizza. All of these reviews were culminated on that experience of having.
No, the barbecue pizza was in
Seattle.
Seattle, you're right. We were there for a while.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Tom wants to weigh in on these comedians. Or his favorite, at least.
So Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, gee.
God bless.
Get it together, Tom.
No, I was just going to say that that was like my first comedian I got into. I got the tapes back when you could get like 12 tapes for 1 penny.
Okay.
From like magazines, Columbia House.
12 tapes for 1 penny?
Yeah.
Tom, how old are you? I thought we went over this.
Yeah.
You're okay.
86?
Yeah, I'm 12 tapes for a penny. What do you like 12
from a magazine?
What are the tapes? I'm so confused
Music,
as to what you're saying.
Cassette tapes.
Oh, stand-up cassette tapes. 12 for a penny?
And how long were they? Like, how long was each
5
tape?
seconds. They were hit
So
clips.
it was okay. So
Now we're showing our age with hit clips.
Shouts out hit clips. Oh God. You have to bring Tom at some point. Bring up hit clips.
So it's like an old.
I don't think we have a young audience, but if you don't know what hit clips are, you might be too young for this podcast. But stay here because we'll get up hit clips for you in a second. But anyway,
Tom, show us, what was it, 12 tapes for a penny?
Yeah, or like 12 CDs for a penny, and
12
then
CDs for a penny.
That's
comedy
like
CDs. This is all
thick.
comedy.
No.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Where would you get this? Is like,
what is he talking about?
This is like ultra thrift store talk. You couldn't buy anything for a penny. What are you talking about?
Wasn't this a scam? I think I remember this.
Did you get scammed? Is this your way of bringing it up?
Can you say it?
What's going on? All right.
The 12 CDs for a penny offer was a legitimate but conditional deal from the Columbia House Mail Order Music Club, requiring customers to commit to buying a specific number of additional CDs at a regular, often inflated price over a time.
So you would get 12 for a penny,
but then you have to pay $50 for the
a
CD,
and you're locked into that for 6 months.
Yeah. Not if you're like a 10-year-old kid.
What do you mean? You still have to
pay.
You stick your parents with the bill then. No. You say, hey, can I have a penny?
What are you talking
You
about?
would
Don't you
just
have to
randomly sign up and they would get them sent to you, and then that was that.
Could you choose the CDs? Could you choose the CDs? I'm so confused.
Yeah, and then you would just cancel because they would try to send them to your house. Dude. And then if they sent them to your house,
this is like one of like the OG scams that you did on them.
But it was Columbia House Music.
It's why they went out of business, because they would send you like half the CDs and then you'd pay and they'd send you the other ones. So I would get. There needs to be some more research done on this, but it's pretty extensive.
You don't want to be too incriminating.
Well, no, it was, I mean, I was young, but you would sign up, you would put your address in.
It sounds like the first version, or similar to like, do you guys remember Limewire?
Yeah.
Like when all of a sudden, instead of paying $1 for a song on iTunes or, what was the other one? Napster, to get music, you could just go on LimeWire and download a full discography of any artist.
Yeah.
Like that was the way around. Like, he was getting free CDs is my point. Like that was kind of the first stage of that.
What did I say to look up right before that?
Hit clips.
Oh yeah, hit clips. Sorry.
I got you.
Okay, so thank you. I was like, Yeah, LimeWire was like 50-50. Like I remember downloading like Eminem albums and things like that from LimeWire. I remember it was like 50-50 if it was LimeWire or something else. Like
Right.
yeah, like you would think you were downloading a song and then it would be like something totally different.
I remember because like my parents had a I think it was a Dell computer when they first came out.
Probably, yeah.
And I remember just from me downloading so much music that like I gave their computer viruses.
It was bound
they
to
had
happen.
To pay.
Yeah, in the
like
90s.
it was the easiest way
Early
for people
2000s.
to like hack into your computer by giving a music.
Oh, you're
download
downloading
on
a
LimeWire.
file from their computer to your computer, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So like it's so easy to embed something in it that you
Yeah.
can get whatever you want out of
Right.
that computer. So it was crazy. Growing up in that time is such a wild thing. Like I know like Alex's father, who is a professor at the University of Akron, he still has an iPhone 1. So like to think about how far we've come in such a short period of time, that to think about LimeWire and downloading it, like that's so foreign to anyone who is 18 years old right now, who's like, what are you talking about? You just buy a subscription. You can listen to anything at any time. You don't have to download it and then put it onto a additional device that you have to take with you and plug your headphones into. Like it's so, I don't know. It's just
people are
funny to
going
me.
back to iPods. Like they're
Well,
really trying to find
Did you
a way
see
to go back.
the movement back to the corded headphones? That all the research studies that have like the AirPods, they're saying like the Bluetooth that's running out of it, the signal running that close to your head is actually bad for you. So having a corded one that isn't running a Bluetooth signal is
that
actually
why I'm
better for you.
crazy?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Your AirPods are the culprit.
Because I use my AirPods for like 2 or 3 hours every morning when I work out and walk the dog. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know that there is a movement amongst the younger generations
That's
to go
fine.
back to the
Sure.
corded headphones.
rock it.
Yeah,
Rock it
I'm all for it.
Sure.
I think it's funny. I think it's gonna be interesting to see if Apple releases another one of those ads that like we used to see
with the silhouette and then the
yes,
cords.
and it had you like it had the headphone cords. There was
Yeah.
all moving around. It was funny.
So
I enjoy those
I want to
quite
touch
a
on hit clips a little bit. No, not really. But they were just like these stupid little like microchip things that played 20 or 30 seconds of a song, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So
and you
Hitclips
would
were
have like
pretty
a
dumb.
pile of these little discs.
Yeah, but
and
they were
you
like
would trade
keychains.
'em.
They were on a keychain.
Yeah.
Like they had to loop for that.
I personally never owned one, but I do.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
Remember them being a thing.
Yeah. So they're like
funny.
they're probably as big as like a quarter almost. Like kind of small.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's-
keychain form that would play like 20 or 30 seconds of a song, and this was like the future, like
Yeah.
for like a year, because
Yeah.
technology didn't like advance that crazy back then. Like,
right.
so
Well,
this was like a thing for like a year.
I
and
remember getting
didn't
my
catch
first
on.
CD player, and like if I wanted to learn a song like lyrically, I would have to start the song over every single time. Like there was no like sliding the dragger back 5 seconds to hear
Right.
a lyric or anything. You had to completely restart the song. And I know I'm probably
Old
like
tech.
I see Tom over there like rolling his eyes. Like my technology experiences being the youngest one here are a little more advanced than like maybe what Tom's technology advances were. Like what was the first thing you listened to music on?
The first thing I owned that I listened to music on was a cassette player, Walkman.
Okay.
Or boom
So like
I had a cassette. I was on cassettes too.
I was not on cassettes at all. Like I've never even seen a Walkman in person.
I still have some.
cassettes. Yeah, I have a bunch of. I don't know if you can see this in the frame, but there's a bunch of cassettes behind David. When I went on tour, we would trade, and I got a lot of cassettes that way. And
See, that's so
people
foreign to
still.
me.
But what I want
Like
to say is,
mixtapes were my thing. When you could like burn your own CD and pick
Right.
your own music, like mixtapes were my generation.
Yeah.
Like trading and stuff, making some for your buddy. I was always the driver in my friend group, so everyone would make mixtapes specifically for my car to be played when we were driving around or whatever. And it was always a matter of like whose mixtape we would go with.
yeah, now it's like a Spotify playlist or whatever.
Right.
But I remember I got my first. One of my first tapes I ever got was Smash Mouth, and it had a parental advisory on it. And you know our cousin Brent, right? This is so funny because I got it. I was all excited. I didn't know what parental advisory meant or whatever. It was Smash Mouth. It was big in the late 90s, and Brent, like to my mom, was like, "You're not gonna let him listen to that, are you?" I remember this like so vividly. Another vivid memory. And my mom's like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, it says parental advisory. There's blah blah blah." It probably happened something like that. And I remember, yeah, Smash Mouth. And this would not be parental advisory now. They probably said like 3 or 4 times.
Let you listen to the
Sorry,
song
Mom.
from Shrek.
Yeah, the guy from
Right.
Shrek.
Isn't that so funny?
Rest in peace, by the way.
That's how I love how like they might be more famous for that. Like their Shrek feature.
But anyway,
Go
sorry,
ahead,
I just want to wrap up my story because I don't want to bore anyone. But I remember my mom was like, "All right, I'm going to listen through this, and then I'm going to give you an edited copy." It was a CD, by the way. Or
Okay.
sorry. It was a tape, by the way. And so I went to school, and I remember thinking like, well, I hope she doesn't delete too much from the tape. And I get back, and there's like 2 or 3 songs left on the tape because she hit record when the tape was playing and just like over nothing. So like the song would be totally deleted. So I'd have like a Smash Mouth cassette tape with like a couple songs on it. I just remember like that was probably the first moment I hated censorship because I really don't care about bad words. I never did. You know what I mean? Ever.
I thought it was like the funniest thing that people cared so much about words that like you could just there's a difference between using a cuss word aggressively.
Maliciously.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if
And then
I'm
just
coming
using it.
at you saying cuss words,
It's all
then that's
about
a different
intent.
thing. But if I'm just like and you'll be able, even with the like bleep, like if I'm just shooting and going out with you guys and talking whatever, it's a completely different thing. And I always didn't get like I was the 8th grader that didn't care and I was cussing.
Yeah, I just like the music. You know what I mean? And like I always liked the music that was more edgy, but I could care less about the curse words or whatever. But I remember not being able to get a couple of CDs or something because it had that parental advisor thing on it. And I was
See,
like,
my parents weren't.
sucks.
My parents didn't care as long as like they bought me the like my first MP3 player. I had they didn't censor my music at all because I was downloading everything off of Limewire and I would just pick the explicit version. And
Yeah.
I never listened to music that wasn't unless it was on the radio or
when
something.
Limewire came about, like that's when I could just get all the music I wanted, which there wasn't a big time period where like I needed CDs and then Limewire came out.
Okay.
To where like there was only like maybe a year or two where I was like I literally just can't listen to this Blink-182 CD because I just can't get it.
Yeah.
And then Limewire came out, then I could listen to whatever I wanted, you know, behind my parents' back. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I still listen to that. Dude, I still listen to Green Day. I still listen to Blink-182. Like, I don't know. You just like what you like, and I think like you know, and it's sort of censorship or whatever is like kind of counterintuitive in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I like at least like the model today. I pay $10 a month for Apple Music and I can listen to anything at any time. And I was definitely buying more than like 1 CD per month when I was growing up. So like the comparative there is way better in on my end, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I got those Jeff Foxworthy tapes.
Okay, what about him? What about him, Tom? Sorry, bring it back to the comedians.
No, that's all right.
No, I want you to. No,
Well,
bring it back to the comedians.
We can because we have
First of
another
all,
topic adjacent to that.
I wanted to piggyback
Exactly.
when you were talking about your parents listening to your CDs.
Yeah, censoring my tapes.
My dad did the same thing.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
With your tapes?
With tapes, CDs, all of it. He would always go get anything with parental advisory stuff out. He said he would sell them at Record Exchange, but then he started listening to Godsmack, and I would always ask him how many copies of Tupac All Eyes on Me did he really actually need, because he probably had about 3 after I had to keep rebuying it. But it
So you had to keep rebuying because he would take it from you?
yeah.
God.
So I thought I'd be sneaky and just get another one. It didn't work.
That's so funny.
It never works, right?
No.
Like let your kid like what they want.
Yeah.
As long as as long as it's not like crazy. Obviously there's
Well,
like,
sure.
Obviously there's boundaries, right?
Sure.
But like if they're really into it and like it gets them inspired and like happy and stuff, like it's not about like the bad words they're saying. It's about the feeling you get when you listen to the music that really speaks to you. And that's kind of like, raise my kids. Like I probably wouldn't like their music now. Like if they grew up, I would probably like not like it. But if
But there's certain emotions that you can only express with a cuss word. So, like, to
Yeah,
understand,
right.
like, lyrically, though, like,
But-
even poetically, you can use cuss words in a way that, like, that's the only thing to express that emotion. And it gets through to you at a potentially younger age better than reading or being, I don't know, like a...
But then you have bands like Blink-182 that if you want, I could sing a song, but it would probably you'd be all day editing the bleep words out.
Right, but my point is that, like, that's the way that they convey the emotions that they want to get.
I get it, but sometimes it's so silly that, like, as an older, like, person now, I probably wouldn't get. Like, I don't know, there's, like...
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Like, the younger perspective interprets it one way.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Sure.
I would just, like, I would try to trust them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't get this at all. And I'm sure, like, when my parents heard Blink-182, they're like, I don't get this at all. And I'm kind of afraid of it. I don't want to be that afraid of it. You know, I just want to, like, trust that it's like, dude, if you like this and you're into it and it gets you happy, like, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Just, like, don't curse around. Don't curse in school and blah, blah, blah. You know,
fuck that, curse
time and
everywhere.
place.
Yeah, I could go with that. Having a 16-year-old.
Right. Yeah. How is that?
There's a few bands that I've always kind of taken pride into
Them liking.
getting him into music and a wide variety of music, because that was always a bonding thing with me and my dad, despite him taking most of my CDs. But so now, I mean, we've gone to concerts together for bands that we both really, really enjoy, and we've bonded over a lot of music. And then there's that stuff that I'm just like, I just don't get it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Trent. I just
there's
don't
always
get
going to
it.
be that.
And I try. And so I get where my dad was like, yeah, that's not that good.
There'll always be that disconnect.
Yeah.
But do you let your kids, like, curse, like your older kids, like, curse in front of you or, like, in the house?
I don't really like it.
Yeah.
I kind of think, like, in the house is different. I was raised real religious and strict.
Yeah.
And so, like,
think
I
we all
know
were.
you're going to do it with your friends. That's fine. Whatever. But, like, in the house, it just kind of makes me feel uncomfortable.
So
Yeah,
do you
I
have,
get
like,
that.
a
Yeah.
list? Because I remember when I was we were all three growing up pretty religious. So, like, we were allowed to say ass, damn.
Just what happens in the Bible, right?
Yeah, well, essentially.
The words in the Bible. Yeah.
Like, it was literally ass and damn were the only words that we could say for the longest time. It took until, like, I was later in high school to be able to, like, talk freely and open it to, like I guess maybe it's so hard because we're in the podcast. I'm going to bleep it so, like, people won't understand.
The S word?
Yeah, the S word. Right. It was the A word and the D word first, and then the S word was, like, I wasn't able to say until, like, junior or senior year.
We couldn't say, like, fart or shut up.
Oh my
that type of stuff.
God.
We weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons until we were older.
I couldn't even grow because, like, my parents were, like, TV holics, if you will. When we got home, or they got home from work, we had dinner and everything, but then it was like TV entertained us until it was bedtime. So, like, we were watching reality TV in the early 2000s, and, like, you couldn't get around talking or even, like, saying shut up. Like, your kids are going to hear shut up, they're going to say shut up. Like, there's no way around that to me. So it's funny to see the difference in generations. All right, so Jeff Foxworthy, Tom, I think you wanted to bring this back to some comedian talk.
Yeah, as a kid, I was probably like 9 or so, I feel like, and he was the first one that really got me excited and into comedy, and so I've been a big fan ever since. It's funny this wasn't planned, but I've been wearing a Dave Chappelle shirt, so
one of the best comedy
definitely
shows
one of
ever.
my favorites. I like
That
a
was a
lot.
good movie.
Mitch Hedberg, he's probably another one of my favorites. But I've been going to shows for a long time and seeing local and national comedians, and I think it's something I enjoy, and it's something that I think, like, it just kind of some of the guys that you mentioned as well, showing just a fun time together and just being able to have that conversation and keep people laughing and engaged is good.
Yeah, that's funny. It actually reminds me, the only stand-up comedian that I've seen in person was Jeff Dunham. Do you guys remember this guy?
He's the puppet guy, right?
The ventriloquist.
The
Not
Oh, yes.
puppet guy. Gee, have some respect, James.
He's a prop comic.
Oh my god.
I have no
No, that's
respect.
Carrot Top.
Yes,
No,
that's
Carrot Top's
Top.
actually pretty funny.
But he's
Oh,
a
yeah,
prop
they both
comic.
are.
he makes his own props that are like
But
fun.
a prop
Have you seen the
comic.
what was it? Was it the gay mousetrap where he has a mousetrap with like a disco ball at the end?
My wife used to try to flirt with
stupid.
me with Carrot Top pictures or something. It was
Yeah.
really weird. I don't know why we're married.
Cut that part out.
Oh, that's so funny. No, but the ventriloquist, Jeff Dunham, that's the only one that I
Sure.
saw. And it was an arena. Like it was when it was the Gund Arena. Yeah, back in the day, the Cleveland Cavaliers used
Rocket
to play.
Mortgage.
Now it's the Rocket Mortgage, yes. But back when it was the Gund.
Why does that sound so funny now? The Gundarina.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds funny now.
Yeah. But we saw him there, and I remember just being like back in the like I didn't have great seats or
He's
anything.
63 years old.
That is crazy. I didn't know that.
Dude, Botox is hella work.
Well, not in those photos.
You don't think he's Alex? I don't know. Do you think that's a new photo? You got to pinch the zoom, Tom. So the audience,
Zoom, Tom.
so the audience can see Tom.
We went over this last week. Tom, 2025 Producer of the Year, Floor Tom.
All right. No, he looks good for 63. I think that's. I mean, that looks like a recent photo.
It does. It does. I'll give him that. Yeah, for those listening, Jeff Dunham looks good.
Oh, you know
at
what?
63.
Also sparks my looking good at old age. The Goo Goo Dolls just did. You, Tom. You, Tom. I'm so done. No, I'm just kidding.
Betty White?
No, I was gonna say you, Tom.
I know you thought he was 32 the other week.
I did. I was being nice. But you do. If you took off the beard, because this is why I only have a mustache, because beards make you look a little bit older.
32. You think he looked my age?
We're in the deep end, burning the midnight oil for this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You both look good for your age. My beard is actually gray, so that's why I only keep the mustache, because that's the only thing that's red. Anyway, I overshared too much. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, that's the hang.
Dude, I was so revved up to say a whole bunch of shit, and now I forgot.
Yep. Brain farts happen.
That's the way it
You
goes.
just lose it at the hangout.
Oh man, I was so revved up.
Um.
Tom, do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah. What about
I was
Dave-
mostly revved up at you,
Dave
so you might
Chappelle,
spark me. I'm geared up, bro. I'm geared up.
Well, do you want to just go to the video?
I had this whole thing.
Let's.
I had a whole monologue already in my head.
Was it about old people who look good?
Yeah, Betty White.
Yes, it was. It was. Thank you, Tom. It's fun. All right. Producer Tom, 2025 Producer of the Year. He's still in the runnings. 83%. He's going to make it. You can vote on it on Kalshi. Anyway. Yeah, thank you. Watch all of our episodes. It's fun. All right.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Okay, this is
Betty White.
very gonna be very anticlimactic. But all I wanted to say was, and what I was so geared up to say was, the Goo Goo Dolls. Let me finish. The Goo Goo Dolls just came out with a Tiny Desk concert, and I was like,
Oh,
that's
really?
really nice. And he looks good for being probably as old as he is. He looks good. Tom, if you were, the lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls, if you want to bring up
Johnny Resnick?
yeah. Thank you,
Okay,
Tom.
so funny story.
If you
I'll
wanna
look
bring
up
up
a
a pic-
picture.
yeah.
But now that you're talking about him being relevant, my stepson,
I'm not relevant, but he's on a Tiny Desk concert.
well, in his homecoming poster or something, he
Yeah.
wrote a Goo Goo Dolls lyric.
No way.
And I was like of all the bands that have kind of transcended generations and stuff.
for all the
that's
bands
not
in
one.
general, right?
Yeah, it's not one I would
What
have
was the
expected.
quote? Do you remember?
No.
How old again for our audience?
15?
15.
Yeah.
Referencing the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Dude, the show in the rain is the most brilliant thing. But yeah, that's him on the far left. Tom,
I
if you
can't
wanna-
pitch
if you want to
zoom.
pitch and
Oh my
zoom.
I can't. I want to, but I can't.
It's fine.
God.
No, he looks good for his age. Like,
What
honestly.
are you talking about? He looks like a skeleton there. What do you mean?
What do you want him to be like? Overweight and
he
like
looks so bad.
he has
there.
some
His
muscle.
like I know it's the way that he's singing and his cheeks are like super sucked in, but oh my
Dude, he has
God,
hair
his
plugs.
face
I
looks
get it.
terrible.
Like if anyone wants to sponsor this podcast,
he looks like Keith Urban with like the bang swoop coming down.
all right. Well, I thought he looked okay.
That is a terrible picture of him to be coming.
Well, that's
up
how he
for the
looked
first
on,
Goo Goo Dolls.
Tiny Desk concert.
Well, okay, but shout out to Tiny Desk concert though, because one of my favorite performances by one of my favorite artists, Mac Miller,
right,
is infamously one of the best Tiny Desk concerts ever created.
Shouts out Mac Miller.
I'm happy that they are
R.I.P.
still allowing new artists / old artists to have new ways to showcase their music.
What do you mean by that?
Like Goo Goo Dolls is an old artist, but they're on Tiny Desk concert. That's
I
a
thought you were
new
still talking about like
avenue.
Mac Miller, like because he's still like releasing new things. Like,
Oh, his post.
you know what I mean? That's
it's
what I
not-
thought you were saying.
What is it? Post.
Post Malone.
No. When an artist releases, when music,
Posthumous.
Thank you. I couldn't think of what the word was, but a lot of his music that has come out after his passing has been crazy to listen to, like really crazy. Did you guys happen to catch the Balloonerism?
I've been meaning to listen
Documentary
to that
video.
album. Isn't that an
watch the
album?
video.
Like the
There's a full video that has the album played throughout. That is an animated video. It's considered a documentary on YouTube, but it's free to watch.
But those are all like unfinished songs that people have finished, or
no,
am I right? Like, or
there were songs that he wrote that he
but
had
didn't
planned
release.
on releasing.
Okay,
So like he had an order to the albums that he was going to be releasing.
Yeah.
And post him dying, there was a whole concept of how the order was going to play out and this whole storyline. And Balloonerism was one of those that was going to lead up to the video that they released that was the documentary, quote unquote, of the album. Highly recommend. It is it's very much for the like deep thinker. It's introspective.
Mac Miller was a great artist.
God,
He was a
my
great
favorite-
musician.
my
and
favorite.
People
I've
don't give
got-
him. Yeah.
I've got his thumbs up tattooed on me.
Yeah, people don't give him enough credit for being an amazing musician and an
Yeah.
amazing producer.
Seeing the behind the scenes stuff of like him playing piano and playing
Right.
guitar and like
Yeah.
realizing that these are like full musicians. It's
I remember-
not just a lyricist.
Was there like a video of him just like beating to something, like clapping to something? He was like, "This is the tempo," like it's and he marked the exact like time signature or whatever to his claps, and it's
Yeah.
just like this guy's a great musician, and not a lot of people like attribute that to like his genre of music, but
Oh,
like he
yeah.
composed all of that, you know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
something I don't know, like he'll be greatly missed, and he was a great musician and he made a lot of great work. And I totally agree. My favorite Tiny Desk concert is Mac Miller's. My favorite. We both have that vinyl.
I was gonna say, yeah, we both actually own that on vinyl.
Yeah.
It's probably the only vinyl that we both own together. That we both own. But yeah, I couldn't speak higher of Mac Miller, and I'm hoping, even though it's like one of those things, I know a lot of these rappers, they make hundreds of songs, so like the archive even after death is very, very extensive.
Oh yeah.
But I'm hoping that they don't over release Mac. I want it to stay true to
Yeah, I
whatever.
don't think they have. I haven't seen.
No, they haven't yet.
I saw what you're talking about. I saw that pop up, which is why I've been wanting to listen to it. But other than
Yeah.
that, I haven't seen anything.
I want it
else
to
pop
stay
up.
within his artist vision. Is my main, like, if it was all leading up to this movie or documentary that he released for Balloonerism, like, I want it to stay at that. I don't want it to like just be releasing singles or albums that are like either unfinished.
Don't oversaturate
or,
something that doesn't
yeah,
need to be
yeah,
oversaturated.
it's great at where it's at.
Right.
Just let it be. Is, I guess, my opinion.
I was gonna say like the
on that.
Beatles. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let it be. Let it.
I'm gonna have a
Release
super. I hate the Beatles.
Whoa! Hot take.
I'm gonna have that hot
This
take.
is 96.7.5
Okay.
hot takes.
I'm just not a fan. Like, Hey Jude will get me almost every time, but I honestly like the covers by artists that I like more than the original version.
The Beatles have a lot to do with rock and roll history and a lot to do with like developing even still modern rock and roll.
I don't know. I think the Beatles were a planted psyop. That's my take on it. I think they were funded by way bigger to start a movement that
You can't be, wait. You're not serious, right?
kind of. Only partially. Only partially. It's a conspiracy theory that I thought was fun enough to entertain and bring back up.
Oh
but-
no, please. You have the floor, David.
Oh no, I don't know too much about it. I just like my overall dislike, I guess, for the Beatles just stems from me not connecting with that era of music.
No, I want to hear about the
But
Psyop and
the Psyop is just like that they were going to be influencing an entire generation in a specific way, and that was very much profitable by a lot of people that made a hell of a lot more money than the Beatles. So the messages that they were pumping had different narratives and different meanings for I don't know. I don't know enough about it to go in depth about it, but that's my hot take. I'm sealing it there. It's been
that's a hot day.
we're deep, James. We're deep, James.
We're ending a double podcast with the Beatles worked for the deep state.
Yeah, maybe I'll have like a video like our one episode with Tom making an addressing to the bunnies. Maybe I'll make a video going a little deeper on this for this one. Because I don't know enough about it right now to actually.
But where did
Tom,
you hear
you're looking very questioning.
Yeah, Tom, what do you think about this?
Yeah. What is your take?
It's just hard because like it's such a roller coaster ride because it went from like I agree with you to yeah, and birds aren't real either, right?
Hey! No, listen to this.
Birds
Listen
are
to
real.
this.
Birds
Listen
are
to
real.
this. If it flies, it spies.
But yes, I think
I end my case. It rhymes. It's right.
Yeah.
All birds. Yeah, I agree. They're deep state. They're filming all of us and recording all of us.
China made drugs.
Let the haters comment. It'll give any, like the great Kanye West once said, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
So let my hot take spark some interest. What are you saying, Tom?
What are you saying, David? Hold on.
He was
It's the
finishing, I
first-
thought.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Let's get to your video and wrap this thing up before we get into
David wants to wrap this
too
up as fast as he
many.
can. The Beatles guys, look into them.
yeah, exactly.
Shady characters.
Yeah, I'm no Tim Dillon, but we
need sunglasses for you if it was Tim Dillon.
I wish I had a pair. I could like throw them on and
Yeah.
So this is quite a curveball, if you will. There's some talk about some pet peeves, and so
Yes, we'll get to our pet peeves at a later episode.
so we'll get to our them at a later date.
I have two.
But I wanted to start with your guys' opinion.
Oh, the Hannah Bananas.
Oh no.
the Savannah banana.
The Savannah Bananas. For people that don't know, Tom's going to show a clip of us. The Savannah Bananas. And they're like a performative baseball team. So they'll do like coordinated dances and just make the game of baseball even more entertaining. Like they'll have a pitcher on stilts. They'll do like trick throws and trick plays. And yeah,
I don't know if
crazy
you
stuff.
saw it recently, but like the All-American Rejects just made a resurgence with these backyard concerts, and they did a Savannah Bananas 7th inning stretch where they came out and performed during it. It was great. I think they did it. All Time Low did it.
Sure.
There was a couple different bands that did it, but I would think what's interesting about these is that the scoring system is completely different.
No, it's crazy because like if you're in the stands and you catch a foul ball, that's an out.
Yeah.
They have completely
their
different
rules are like if you catch
No,
a
it's
ball
insane.
with one hand, or if you like do all these different trick things.
Yeah.
Catch it behind your back, it counts as different things. If you score on different hit, I don't know. I don't understand
The
it myself.
Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
All right, I got it right.
Good, Tom.
So I read the room wrong. I hate this.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tom? This is the dude. This is the future of baseball.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is the future of baseball.
No, this is sweet.
Okay.
No, actually, hold on.
Tom's hot take.
Tom, before you play it,
I'll do a choreographed dance.
before you play it, yeah.
Watching you do the 3-2-2s, Kyle, you.
That's awesome, by the way, Tom.
Let him dance, Tom.
Let him cook.
You're
They're
muted.
actually
I hate
really
it so much.
Oh no, you're not.
I hate it so much.
they're actually really good baseball players.
They are.
Like some of them have even been pro. I think I'm pretty sure.
I
I
don't know.
honestly like. No,
I can't speak to
Well,
it.
I'm just gonna
I
say these are
genuinely
actually
don't know.
really talented.
I think they
baseball
could
players.
be for sure.
They've had
And
pros play with him, like Hunter Pence has played with him, and
I
a
think
few others.
I think they're actually they were in a legitimate league and they were still doing this
Yeah.
in that
No,
league
it's-
and
it's
winning.
impressive.
They
and
played
winning
the
a whole
Rubber
bunch.
Ducks, and that's a minor league.
Yeah.
Like they came
Well-
to the stadium and played the Rubber Ducks.
I don't know if that was a part of like an actual league. I thought they were a part of an actual league.
It
but
counted to the Rubber Ducks.
I think we're just nerding out.
standings.
We're just nerding out too much on Thomas.
I know. I really should have picked a. Like, I should have went with Red
non-baseball
Panda
thing, yeah.
again.
All right, sorry, Tom. We're nerding out on your thing.
Go ahead,
We'll
play.
we'll
So-
leave our opinions to ourselves, but I like Savannah Bananas. All right, go ahead.
So it's cool. It's cool, but it's more.
What's
the
your big
dancing
beef
part.
with it? What
The
is your
dancing,
point?
The dancing. I hate
cool.
dancing. You know
All
the
right.
face that people make when they're dancing and they're like smiling and they're connecting with the TV camera and it looks just so uncomfortable.
There's not a single person smiling. in that
Absolutely
frame.
killed him. I don't think anybody brings
is
me
the
as
shit.
much
The
joy
umpire
as
dancing
bringing
makes me
Callum
giggle like a
Bridges body
schoolgirl.
is around.
Yeah, so we have the whole infield dancing,
And it's boogie
playing
time.
baseball at the same time. Even the catcher, even the ump is dancing,
Yeah,
and the
it's
batter's just in the box, like,
Feels like we're back
all
in
right,
the
when's the next
It's
throw?
the lead up
I
to
love
the
it.
pitch with music playing in the stadium, getting the fans involved.
The pitcher is wearing a cowboy hat.
And the guy tries
Yeah.
to catch it by throwing his mitt up in the air. It's like backyard baseball in a way.
Yeah, it's just coordinated
Now,
dancing.
this is just a compilation video of them dancing. Because if you were to get a highlight video of them, they actually make incredible plays. Where like they're catching it and doing a backflip or doing.
I love Tom. Tom, you do know. Oh, you can pause it because I think
Why is he wearing a motorcycle helmet?
no, it's just cool. Tom, they literally, it's hard to get tickets to see these people. They sold out the Guardian
Yeah.
Stadium, Progressive Field. They sold out in like
They sell out college football stadiums
Yeah.
in Alabama. Like, no, I get it. Like the actual when
I don't think you do get it, Tom. I'm just kidding. No. Make your point. Make your point. Oh my God. Such a drama queen
Our
after
first
9
walkout.
p.m. Oh, it's like it's
We don't have
late,
time.
boys.
We don't have-
It's like 11:30.
We're
It's
deep.
school night.
We're deep.
We're deep.
Yeah, they can spin around in a circle and catch a ball and dance.
But okay, but like, what is your beef though? Why can't that exist? It's similar to like the WWE, like making the argument WWE versus UFC. You can make the same argument for the Savannah Bananas versus the MLB.
Well, no, I think it's just you get like the Harlem Globetrotters are another one. I just think they take.
What's wrong with them?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, it's
I
fine
think
for
Savannah Bananas
basketball.
aren't.
I think there's
Fine.
a level that it goes too far.
It's fine
And
for
just-
basketball, but it's not okay for baseball. Is what I'm hearing.
This is what I'm hearing. You have a hot take on the Beatles, which is weird. I'm just gonna say you have a hot take on Savannah Bananas, which I think we
I'm
will
gonna
find
say
weird.
I like the Beatles now, just to disagree with you, David.
Ah, fuck off.
I like the Beatles too. I think they contribute a lot to rock and roll music. Let me. What? I feel like I need to end this episode
Okay,
on a
wait.
hot take that
Look,
no one's gonna agree
Yeah,
with.
what's your biggest
real quick,
conspiracy
can I
theory?
tie it around? Okay, both the Savannah Bananas and the Beatles can be respected for what they're doing, but not
These are hot takes, Tom.
them both.
All right, cool.
Both. I heard both. So the Beatles 2 out of 3. This show hates the Beatles officially. Awesome. What's your hot take? What's your conspiracy theory? What's one thing that you believe in that you don't think most people believe in?
I'm trying to think. I can think of an obvious one, but I think.
Well,
we
then
might
go for it. What do you
lose
mean? If it's
a
obvious.
whole bunch of
Go
followers
for it.
like Taylor Swift isn't that good.
Oh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take. Put him on the desk. Taylor Swift sucks.
like,
That's what he said.
it's good that a lot of people probably have tuned out by this point.
Hopefully.
But I don't think that's a hot take. I don't want a real hot take. But I think, I don't think Taylor Swift is good to sell it. All right, I'm just gonna leave it there.
I have not been a fan of Taylor Swift for a long
I don't want to.
time.
I don't want this. I don't want the last part of the podcast to diss on Taylor Swift. I want an interesting hot take. I'm sorry I said that.
Can I say a positive
sorry,
Taylor
Taylor.
Swift thing?
Yeah, please.
So
I feel bad that I said that, but I don't get it.
I brought up my kids a few times, and I will do this one more time.
No, you can bring up your kids.
Trent Well, one more time today.
God bless.
Trent used to watch the Shake It Off music video and hide under the kitchen table.
That's
So-
adorable.
A positive Taylor Swift story. Sorry, Trent.
Because you know Trent will watch.
I'll make him.
Shouts out, Trent.
Shouts out, Trent.
Don't you dare. Better mute yourself.
I love it. I love it.
Did
love
you
it,
mute
love
yourself? Have you been unmuted this whole time? I feel like I'm in a vacuum,
it. No.
audio-wise.
No, just time to time.
Well, I can't think of a hot take. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll start.
We'll start the next episode with your hot take.
I feel like I have a lot of hot takes. I just can't think of it right now.
Well, you'll write them down over the next couple weeks, and
I'll do my homework.
yeah.
So while this, we just recorded 2 episodes in one night. Went into the deep end. It's late.
Thank you, fans, for sticking with us here.
Yes, we'll be having Thanksgiving with our families. We'll be hunting, having some
Yeah.
time off after our last wedding this weekend, and I could probably hang out for another hour. To be honest, we have.
Do we want to shoot a 3rd episode? Run it till 2 a.m? I kid.
Let's see what the time is at.
I kid. It's just not happening.
Dude, we're at 1 hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, with a break. Well,
Shoot.
it's
All right.
fine. It's fine. All right. Well, it's been fun. We'll see.
Yeah, Tom. No, go ahead. No,
No, Tom, you cut in.
Tom-
You cut in. You can't
Tom.
do that.
Tom, go ahead.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have dead air for.
No. Okay, Tom, what do you want to say? Speak your mind, Tom.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to end the show. There was a certain comedian you had wanted to bring up. I didn't know if you wanted to leave a cliffhanger.
No, that's a long conversation. We're gonna bring that up at another time. It's it's
Tom is really wanting an
Tom's really wanting this conversation.
A 3rd episode tonight. Tom is really.
I tried to get out of saying this.
You were fading.
You forced it.
You were fading, and now you're
Tom's
back.
like, let's go to 4 a.m. Come on.
We have
I guess it's a hot take.
no. This is a hot take, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
This will be my prelude to the hot take, I guess, for next time. Well, anyway, there's a. This is gonna sound stupid just off the rip. All right. Well, I'll just say it. No, I won't say it.
Well, just say it as
You know what? You know
we're
what?
gonna get into next week.
No.
on
You
the
know
Hangout
what?
Culture.
You know what?
Bleep it.
Yeah. No. This is the thing. This is gonna be a callback to the Goo Goo Dolls NPR podcast or NPR Tiny Desk.
Okay.
He said, you know what? I'm going to end it while I'm ahead. They played their most iconic song at the end, and there's like a moment of the song where it all goes silent, and then they bring up a big chorus at the end.
Okay.
And the audience started clapping before that big chorus started at the very end. And I was so excited to hear the last big chorus, and he didn't play it. And he just was like, you know what? Sometimes you got to end while you're ahead. And like, because people started clapping before he got into the big chorus.
Well done, James.
Thank you. So
That's it.
We have a big chorus coming up. I think every episode's a big chorus, I would hope.
Hopefully,
And we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for the hangout. Till next time.
See you guys. See you next Wednesday.